Top of the world, Ma! Welcome to another adventure with somewhere local. I am your host today, Jesse. Monica's behind the camera. We've got our beautiful daughter.
Hi!
With us today on this adventure. We are in Laguna Beach at Top of the World. Going to do one of our favorite little hikes that we have nicknamed Snake Mountain. So let's get this adventure started. So Top of the World, one of the most heavily trafficked hiking areas in Orange County. Tons of people on bikes, tons of hikers, tons of dogs. So be prepared for that. There isn't a lot of privacy on these trails here. It's a brief walk over to where we get started on this hike. Canyon Acres is the path you want to take. And you'll head down that a little bit, and then we'll show you off to the right the little trail we use that we nicknamed Snake Trail. So once you start heading down Canyon Acres, there's some steep declines. The trail we're going to be taking that we've nicknamed Snake Trail is very steep as well. If you looked at the sign to start at Top of the World, it says the elevation's about 1,000 feet, which makes sense because this is a very short but strenuous hike that ends at the 133, and then we make our way back up. About a 0.1 mile down Canyon Acres, on your right, you'll see the start of what we've nicknamed Snake Trail. You can tell where it is because there's a big rock formation down here, and that's kind of your guiding point to take you down this amazing little trail. Once you begin your descent and get down to the first rock formation, there's some really cool sights. One is this little area, looks like a mini half dome, so you can save yourself the trip to Yosemite and just take some pictures there. The other side over here is a great little outlook that you have a great view of the mountains to your east for taking some amazing pictures. Biscuit time! So similar to our last hike in the Laguna Coast Wilderness Park, there is no shade here. So the sun is beating down. So please bring your sunscreen, your hats, maybe even a light hoodie to protect yourself from the sun's deadly, cancerous rays. Also, another helpful hint is when you're hiking with another group, you should always wear deodorant.
Okay, another tip to this hike is you have to always stay to the right. So wherever the trail breaks, stay to the right.
This trail gets very steep very quickly. As you can see, Naomi's way down there. Monica's even farther, but it is a steep decline. This trail is very private, hardly any hikers ever, but it does attract a lot of guys on mountain bikes. So you have to keep your head on a swivel when you do this little trail. Naomi, how you feeling? Says it all. As you get closer and closer to the bottom, you start running into some gorgeous trees like this one behind me. Huge, beautiful oak tree, I believe, that gives you a little bit of shade and some protection from the sun. As I've said, this is a very short hike, but a very, very steep and difficult one. So as you fall down like I just did, you could see that the only thing worse than going down is we have to go back up that. Ouch. Fresh off falling on my ass, but as I was talking about, the ascent is going to be very, very rough.
Do you hate us? She doesn't want to talk. She's very upset.
Not much farther past the big oak tree on the trail, you make it into the little valley gully, which is really overgrown with trees, plants, flowers. It's beautiful and provides a lot of shade. As you make it towards the bottom, one of my favorite little parts of this trail is this cool little overgrown grove you go through. Absolutely love it. So, how do you know you're at the end of this hike? You burst through the trees, the plants, and civilization. And after a quick rest, we are beginning the 1,000-foot climb to the top of the world. Here we go. Okay, quick update for the entire world. This area is overrun with alien eggs. Get out of here. Flee. Get in your bunkers. Run. We're just wrapping up one of the steeper inclines on Snake Mountain, Snake Trail, El Serpento, El Slippery Serpento, whatever you want to call it. It's a tough climb. So this is a very short hike, 1 mile top to bottom and back, but 1,000 feet of elevation. Please keep that in mind. It's very strenuous. You can see we are gasping for air and we are thinking about what's on the other end. Mexican food, yum. So we mentioned it was steep. Yikes. Okay, just wrapping up the most strenuous part of this hike, getting back up towards that rock formation from earlier. Gets a little bit easier. The inclines are a little less steep the rest of the way to the top of the world, but what a tough little 2 mile hike.
When people agree to come hike with Jesse and I, we get so excited to show them, you know, a couple different hikes that we really, really love, this being one of them. And we forget that it can be a little difficult for first timers. And then they never want to come back with us. So I hope Naomi doesn't quit on us. She probably hates us, but it's gonna be worth it.
Naomi's crushing it. Naomi and I are wrapping up the last ascent of the Snake Mountain Trail before it intersects with Canyon Acres. And like I said, it is a very, very tough trail. Monica and I have a tradition on this hike is we sprint up the very last hill to get to the top. So check this out, because Monica and Naomi about to regulate. How's that for impressive? And just like that, we're back at the top of the world with those stunning views of the coast. All right, that's us wrapping up Snake Mountain, 2-mile hike, top to bottom and back, 1,000 feet of elevation, which is strenuous. Naomi crushed it. Naomi, any last thoughts?
Don't do it.
She loved it. Now we're not done with our video today, because one thing we always do to end this, we're going to show you what that is next. One of the things Monica and I love to do after hiking anywhere around top of the world is we drop into Laguna, grab something to eat. Today, that's the Mermaid Grill. All right, family, that's a wrap from somewhere local. Monica and I have grabbed our food. As you can see, it looks absolutely delicious. And we have a little spot we like here at the Laguna Presbyterian Church's courtyard, where we like to finish up and have our lunch. So thank you guys for joining us on this adventure.
Like and subscribe.
And hit that notification button down below for more of our crazy and wacky adventures. Bye. Here's another tip. Shit. So we're a little bit ways down what we've nicknamed Snick Trail. Whew, we're just wrapping up one of the steeper inclines. You can kind of see that behind me. It's a tough, 200 feet up. So please don't shit your pants. I think this should be scrubbed too. Just like my thought process, because I don't know what I'm saying and I'm tired. My butthole hurts because I've shit 4 times in the last 2 hours. But this is private.